Rednet has a great question. How do you find Oki setups with drive rush mid-screen? So I'm going to choose the character that I'm learning right now, who is DJ, and I'm going to pick a standard character that has really good wake-ups like Ken. And when you're trying to find Oki setups mid-screen, you're generally going to try to beat either a 4-frame button or a throw. So let's set Ken to do wake-up reversal as a crouching light punch, which is 4 frames. So as soon as I knock Ken down, Ken's gonna wake up with a 4-frame move. And the most important thing is usually set the recovery backwards, because most people will try to recover backwards. If you do it as recover in place, you kind of get these fake Oki setups, because here you can kind of just like walk in, but if you do recover backwards, it creates a lot more space, and that's when you're gonna have to use drive rush to fix that space. So for example, if I go like this, that trades with the light punch, right? So I can't really, even with gauge, but maybe if I experiment and try different buttons, I can get it. Let's see this. That works, but it's 7 frames, and I think I'm too far away to really get anything, so that's not a great button. However, that is gonna work, so let's see this. That works. So then, what you have to think is, well, why would anybody push a button mid-screen there? So it's not really a good setup because you can't throw again. Right? So I'm not in throw range. So there's no Oki setup there. What about a back throw? Seems like the same thing. So it seems like DJ to me doesn't really get Oki pressure off his throw. So that's something you're going to have to understand. However, he will get Oki pressure after something like this, which would be because here he can throw. So what you would do is you would turn on crouching light punch. See, that beats his crouching light punch, which means that's an Oki setup. Great. So now we know that beats the light punch. What about, like, how can I combo off this, right? Something like that. So that's basically how you find Oki setups. Then what you would have to do is you would say, okay, let's say they do a normal throw and they don't delay it, right? Will this beat normal throw too? Yes, it will. It'll beat normal throw. Great. What about if they delay it? What can you do? Well, there I'm at +6 frames, right? So they're going to do a delayed normal throw on block. Let's go like this. So now he's blocking on there. How can I beat this? Let's find out. Ooh, that's great. That's supposed to be a +6, which means this is a 6 frame. I can get this. Into a safe jump. That's how you would find stuff mid-screen. You would basically find out what's going to line up with them, what the timing is, and then what you can do off both of a hit and a block. So if I didn't want to go into this, I want to go into something safer. And then going for this, you know, into your pressure. So that's basically how you figure it out mid-screen. You basically figure out what your enders are. Figure out what your enders are and figure out what you can do. Like for example, on this one, wake up reversal, if I set Ken to do a light jab, maybe not mid-screen. Let's see. I might have messed up the timing. Yes, it works mid-screen. So that's how I figured it out. If they don't backrise, do I go for a regular meaty attack? Actually, backrising in this game doesn't change their wake up timing, which means nothing changes whatsoever. Watch this. Still works. In Street Fighter V, backrising and rising in place, your wake up timings were different. It was kind of like a Guilty Gear thing. This game, wake up timings don't change, so it doesn't matter how they wake up. The only difference between waking up in place and waking up backwards is that it's going to create more space. So if they're waking up backwards, you're going to have to use drive meter to cover that distance. For example, if DJ does a regular throw and Ken doesn't backrise, like attack, then I'm in range to set up a mix-up between attack and throw. But if they backrise, they give up screen position for safety because they're out of the mix-up. So that's the only real difference between back rise and regular rise. So you're gonna have to understand, you're gonna have to guess and say, okay, well, if they do a back rise, I can't do this kind of pressure. or it depends on the character in the ender, right? And it's going to depend on what kind of space is created between a back roll and a regular roll. Like for DJ, he doesn't even have to spend bar for this. Again, if I don't mess up the combo. He doesn't even have to spend drive rush bar, he gets that. And that's basically DJ's reward for landing a crouching heavy punch, which is not the easiest thing to land in this game.